Okay. Hello. Welcome, my rebels and my divas. So, this is interesting. When I said I was making a video, what science says about being born in the wrong body, and aka neuroscience and endocrinology. The distress form a mismatch between gender identity and assigned sex viewing, gender dysphoria, as a complex rooted in a combination of biological, genetic, and developmental factors. Studies suggest prenatal hormonal and influences may cause brain differentiation to occur, independently of genital differentiation, feeling your mind and body don't align. Gene variants in estrogen receptor pathways, hormonal receptor genes that are overrepresented in transgender women. So, and that was my research on that. I didn't go too far deep into it because if you research deeper, there is a lot on it. And it has a lot to do with science and genetics. And another thing, don't judge a book by cover until you research and do your homework. I support the LGBTQ community, in the sense that they are people. You're not in their body, you're not in their minds as a child or growing through life to feel or experience or know the know of how they feel. So then you can't judge another person because you can't analyze that deep. And nor would you rarely even listen. For the next topic, which isn't really gonna be much of a topic at all, it's gonna be a prayer session. Well, a moment of peace. And a prayer session. I have recently been watching the stuff about Epstein, and that's why I said I'm not gonna touch on the topic, because I'm not saying anything to anybody that anybody doesn't already know. So, my point to that, yeah, a little pain right there behind my ear. I got a shot right here, right through my jaw. I'm just gonna say on that note, to keep it short and sweet, and I did not know that Ellen DeGeneres was on the island, but you know. We're just gonna have a little prayer session for all the ones that lost their lives and had to endure and all that. And also for the survivors who made it out, whether it was temporary or permanent. I would like to bow my head, take a moment of peace, and pray for those unfortunate souls. The mail lady pulled up. So, shall we? I pray for the unfortunate souls, the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. And for the ones who have passed and lost their lives, I hope you find your peace. And I hope you're not stuck in between, looking for unanswered answers. If you are, most likely you're waiting for the end of everything, because I know the industries involved and everything thereof. I hope you find your peace. I hope you're able to move on to the light, and you're able to just be peaceful. And to the ones who survived and was able to tell a little bit of their truth, I commend you for your efforts. Even if it turns bad, unfortunately, you'll have the sense of peace to know that you told your truths and you are able to get your word out there and your voice out there. And for that, you should be proud. Amen. It's unfortunate what our world has become today. It really is. And for our next topic is going to be herbal medicine and doctors. It's so funny how you can go to the hospital. I saw that. Go to the hospital and leave as they send you $1,000 bill just for talking to you and maybe taking your blood pressure, because the more they can get out of the insurance companies as possible, when it shouldn't be all about the money, it should also equivalently be about the patients. Yeah, I know it's not easy. I watch my mom with bed lifts with her patients. It's a ball-busting work. But everything is all about the money anymore, and how much of it you have or don't. But when people brag about services, etc., people are worried and concerned and need answers so they can get some clarity about their health and well-being. And we need herbal medicine to come back. We need herbal doctors to come back. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, when it comes to giving birth and stuff like that, I am quick to go to the hospital, because I already had one natural birth and I don't want that shit no more. Oh Lord, that shit felt like it was ripping me open. Like, no joke. So, we need herbal medicine to come back. Our next and our last topic is going to be proof. We have all these establishments and say they care about diversity in people cultures, but yet your actions will always outweigh your words. Your credibility is everything, and when you have none, you don't have a leg to stand on. The higher love you have by your people is enough due to word of mouth and bragging about your business or establishment to their people, versus people spreading your business through the mud and saying your business is nothing but sus. There's a reason they say truth is the key that will set you free. And if you live true, you don't have to worry about hiding and making new lies to cover up the last ones. And just that repetitive pattern, and you would think that would get out after a while, turning into feelings while turning into feelings trapped in your own set ways and old patterns you may or may not be trying to repair and realign yourself, depending on how deep seated it is within your establishment, will say how long it will take you to pull it out of the darkness and prevail to be a prominent establishment. So, yeah. Everything's about money, everything's about power, everything's about control, everything's about being on top. But when you put the people first, you will be on top. And you will have all that, power. But power of greatness, not power of evil. And the fact that people are removing vital organs when you're going to the hospital, or is said, with no pain medication, because they're selling big time on the BM. What is our world coming to? We got cannibals. We got cannibalistic restaurants. Is anything safe and true anymore? Or are they right? Are we living in a freaking loophole? And we can't even grasp to realize how deep this rabbit hole goes. Are we even living in reality at all anymore? Or were we ever? Thank you for tuning in, and I hope I gave you something to think about today. I appreciate you. Until next time, keep slaying the day like the boss you know you're meant to be.